What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, the projection on the highly anticipated lightweight showdown between undefeated three-division world champion who simultaneously held the WBA super title at super featherweight, the WBA regular title at lightweight, the WBA regular title at 140, superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who is now 28 wins, no losses, no draw, 26 big wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach, an undefeated lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar title contender, King Ryan Garcia, who is now 23 wins, no loss, no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. They expected to showdown to face off against one another April 15th in Las Vegas, Nevada. The official announcement will be coming soon, and they're just looking to secure the venues. Okay, got this from a great source that the fight is ready to be announced. Okay, so with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia are huge staples in the sport of boxing right now. Now, Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Tank Davis has fought for world titles, won world titles, fought on a massive pay-per-view stage. Sold out, did record-breaking numbers his last two fights. One being May 28th in Brooklyn, New York, at the Barclays Center against Rolando Rolly Romero, who is a lightweight title contender at the time, star boxer, who came into the fight with 14 wins, no loss, no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. He's never fought for a big title, never fought on a big stage, never had a marquee fight, never been a world champion, nor has he ever fought for a world title. But when Gervonta Tank Davis faced off against Rolando Rolly Romero, who was relatively unknown to the casual boxing fans, they did a record-breaking gate for a boxing event at the Barclays Center with a $5 million gate, sold out the arena. And most recently, on his own, with GTD Promotions, Gervonta Tank Davis Promotions, and on his own, no longer with Mayweather Promotions, he faced off against another relatively unknown fighter in former undefeated WBA super featherweight world champion. He's still the WBA super featherweight world champion, but he's no longer the undefeated in Dominican star boxer Hector Garcia, who is now 16 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout. He is 31 years of age, 5'9" with a 67-inch arm reach. That was January 7th in Washington, D.C. at the Capital One Arena. And again, Gervonta Tank Davis is from Baltimore, and this was the DMV area, but they sold out the Capital One Arena, and he did another record-breaking gate with $5.2 million gate. And Hector Garcia, again, is relatively unknown to the casual boxing fan world. Now, you factor in, now many people are saying that Gervonta Tank Davis pay-per-view numbers, well, it didn't reflect his superstar status that's being projected upon the fans. But his gates and his attendance, it reflects that. Again, like I stated, is that people have options. Okay, at home you have options, right? If you can't see it in person, people have options at home to where they may not want to buy the fight; they may just stream the fight, right? And this is what takes place, within the sport of boxing, with the fans within the sport of boxing. Okay, and so now Ryan Garcia has never fought on this massive stage. Now, he did fight. Ryan Garcia is from the LA area. He did fight, at the Staples Center, formerly known as the Staples Center. It's now the Crypto Arena, where he's from. He didn't absolutely sell it out, and it wasn't a pay-per-view extravaganza. And he fought against Emmanuel Tagul. He fought against Javier Fortuna, not the biggest names. But Ryan Garcia has a huge social media following, okay? Ryan Garcia has 9.1 million social media followers just on Instagram alone. Okay, so on Instagram alone, Ryan Garcia has 9.1 million Instagram followers on Instagram alone. Okay, but it doesn't always translate into the sport of boxing. And Gervonta Tank Davis, he has 4.1 million Instagram followers. So you factor in, okay, and you put those two together, they have 13.2 million Instagram followers. 13.2 million Instagram followers. Okay. You would think that when you have 13.2 million Instagram followers. Okay, that's half the number of Floyd Mayweather, who has 28.6. So it's almost half of that number. And Floyd Mayweather is the biggest star in boxing history as far as pay-per-views go and revenue earned, okay, and gross, right? He's the biggest star in boxing, okay? And with that said, that should see these guys do big numbers. And according to my sources, obviously they're going to say that the highest number is they expected to do the highest number because they have a vested interest. And so people at Showtime and people at Dazn, they are expecting this fight to do 1 million pay-per-views. Um, Now that would be pretty big news because the last fighter I believe in boxing to do 1 million pay-per-views was Canelo Alvarez, and I believe that was Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Triple G Golovkin. Okay, uh, and I believe that was the first fight when Canelo Alvarez fought against Gennady Triple G Golovkin that he did 1 million pay-per-views. Outside of that, uh, there hasn't been a fight and a fighter who's done 1 million pay-per-views. And that Gennady Golovkin Triple G fight, Canelo fight, that was back in 2017. Okay, uh, that was 6 years ago since the last time we had a fighter do 1 million pay-per-views. Okay, 1 million pay-per-view buys. Why? Because the piracy within the sport of boxing is at an all-time high. You have so many different lines to be able to stream fights and watch fights. It's not even funny. I get people in my chat when I call the fights live and break down the fights. People come in the chat and ask me to send a link or where can they find the link, right? It's not even hidden anymore, okay? Before, it was like a secrecy, but now not anymore, right? Um, People know that you can stream the fight. They know they can watch it for free, and their identity is hidden. So you may have people that claim to be the biggest supporters of Gervonta Tank Davis, the biggest supporters of Ryan Garcia, and they illegally stream the fight, and you would never know. You would absolutely never know. Okay, so DAZN and Showtime projecting that this will be the biggest fight in recent time and do 1 million pay-per-views in 6 years is very, very, bold statement because again, they cannot control Showtime nor DAZN can control the piracy, and it has nothing to do with the star status, the level of superstardom from Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. It has everything to do with just fans just simply not wanting to pay, and there's nothing you can do about that when they have so many avenues to be able to watch the fight without paying for the fight. This is going to be, it's ironic because it's being reported that Gervonta Tank Davis did, 61,000 pay-per-view buys with Hector Garcia, who's relatively unknown. And the number for him and Rolly Romero is relatively unknown, okay? Nobody knows the actual factual numbers. And Ryan Garcia has never done 200,000 pay-per-views. So you factor in, let's say Gervonta Tank Davis highest pay-per-view sale is 400,000, right? And Ryan Garcia's he did one pay-per-view. Ryan Garcia, I believe he did, which was the Javier Fortuna fight, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the Manuel Tagle fight was on pay-per-view. I'm not sure, but let's say Ryan Garcia's pay-per-views was, I don't know, 150,000, 200,000. When you bring them together, that's 600,000. So they're expecting another 400,000 to be added because you put the two names together from what they normally do. It's very high expectations. And I see there's reporters that saying they feel like this fight is going to break records. No, it's not. I would like it to break records. They would like it to break records. Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia is not going to break Floyd Mayweather's records. It's not. It may break a gate record, right? That may very well be the case, depending upon where you have it, and depending upon the price of the tickets that are set. You can possibly break the gate record, right, at the MGM or at T-Mobile Arena. But as far as pay-per-view records, it's not going to break pay-per-view records. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao did, I believe, 4 million pay-per-views, 4.6 million pay-per-views. Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis is not going to do 4.6 million pay-per-views. It's just not. It's just simply not. There's no way possible, you know, that they're going to do. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather did 4.6 million pay-per-views, and Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor did 4.2 million pay-per-views. It's not going to break that record. It's not going to come close to 4 million pay-per-views. It's just simply not. Okay, it would be lucky to hit 1 million. So as far as people saying that it's going to break pay-per-view records and it's going to smash records, it's not. It's not. The piracy, it's just not. It's not going to happen. Now, again, like I said, the gate is a strong possibility depending upon where the ticket prices are set, and the attendance and the venue. But the pay-per-views, it's not going to break Floyd Mayweather's records. I don't think anybody will ever break Floyd Mayweather's record. Period. It's just not going to happen. So April 15th, I'm being told that it's a done deal and it will be announced soon. They're just trying to secure the venue. So let's see how this unfolds. They're both exciting fighters. Ryan Garcia has had a total of 23 fights, and he's knocked out 19 of those fighters. Tank Davis has a total of 28 fights, and he's knocked out 26 of those fighters. So, they nearly have 60 knockouts amongst them. They're 55 knockouts amongst the two of them. That's huge. So let's see how this unfolds. Combined, they have a great record. So, and they're exciting and they're young, and they both have a huge social media following. So let's see how it pans out and works out. But as far as breaking Floyd Mayweather records, I don't see that. But let's see. I don't believe it's going to break Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather record, which is, I believe Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather did $2.2 million, 2.2 million pay-per-views. I don't believe that it breaks Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view, which was at the time, the biggest pay-per-view, 2.4 million pay-per-views, Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather. And, that was back in 2015. And I don't believe it's going to break 2007, excuse me. And I don't believe that's going to be broken. So let's see how it plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.